Hey guys, what you see up here is going to be a somewhat long video. Don't click off. You're going to learn something. You're going to see that thing spin, produce power. All the blades pretty much on the market compared right in front of your face, what they're worth, what it can do. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing a video discussing certain blades for wind turbines. There's that little wind turbine generator right there with a battery, a watt meter, and a drill to spin it. Now notice that's not a very big drill there, not much bigger than Emma. So now, taking the drill here, it is just a Porter cable, pretty standard. Has a Allen driver in it and a good battery. It's just a regular cordless drill, 18 bolt. So nothing special. See, just regular 18 volt. Was it 54 watt hour battery? Okay. So right now, what we're looking at is this that you've probably seen in a previous video. Now you'll notice that it has a little bit of a cog about it, but I mean it's just easy. All right. So now you see that that's pretty simple. Here's the blades that go with it, and these blades that go with it are, I'm get a tape measure out here, old Home Depot China Special. From the bolt hole to the rear, they're 29 inches. Now, that's compared to the rest of these blades that are up here right now. Now, this is the blade that came off my little turbine. You'll see 3 videos in my past there. There it is there. It hooked on the edge right there. And it is 25 inches. Now that blade at 25 inches long is a 300 watt blade. Okay? It's not going to produce over 300 watts. This blade being 29 inches long, which is 6 inches longer, as you can tell the difference here. Okay, and a lot wider. Look at the girth on it. That is a 500 watt blade. Now, this is an education about blades. Blades can only produce the amount of power that is allowed in the air. Okay? Now, a very similar design is a blade from Missouri. And that blade is 28 inches to the bolt hole, right there. 28 1/8 looks like. And that blade, I've yet to ever find one that's the same weight. They're cast in, I don't know where, but they really tarnish out really bad. This blade's been up for a year. You can see a little bit on it, a little tarnish on it, not much. This blade was up for about 8 months. Doesn't look very good. And this blade here is a new blade, so you can see a good shine on that. Now, you'll see here I've got them laid out. This is the Hornet wind blade from California, and it is a high-speed blade, like a Southwest wind turbine blade. High speed. It's got a slight curvature to it, and you see that, and that's so that it pulls itself forward so it don't hit the pole like a lot of them will do. Now, this one over here is a KT blade from Hydrogen Appliance. Now, it's significantly larger. Now, these 2 blades here, quickly, they're the same length. So I'm going to lay one on top of the other there. Okay, you see? There's a 1/4 inch difference in this one. So they're practically the same length. All right, now, this one, however, is a KT blade, and it's designed for a 700 to 800 watt turbines, 34 inches to the bolt hole. Okay, the rear bolt hole right back here. So 34, I think, or 33 and 7/8. All right, so 33 and 7/8 versus these over here being about 28, this one being 29. Now remember, I know this is going to be a long video, and I'm going to put links at the bottom of the video where every one of these come from. You can go on there and read the specs, read the claims, mostly the claims, that you're going to get. Now the Chinese blade, these guys, believe it or not, from China are 10 times more honest than anybody from there, you know, and about equally honest as this guy. And this set of blades kind of just blows them all away. So now, this blade, significant difference. And you see where I'm holding them up at, all matched here. Significant difference. I mean, you can't even compete with these two here. And this one here is as close as you're going to get in technology because it has the airfoil edge, okay? So let's take these two and call them old technology. And let's take this one and this one here, which is the Ghost, which is just royally kick-ass. Careful if you've got a lot of low-flying birds. So far, I ain't never killed a bird with my Ghost blades. This guy here puts every weight, and he matches the set, 575 grams, matches the set. This one here is 573, and I believe my whole set came between 573, 574. These were all 575. And because you just can't get plastics 100%. These here he matched also. The same guy through a different store he has, 395. This one here, I've got blades that if you go back and look at an old video, it shows a piggy bank and 17 cents 17 cents can kill you type thing. I did a video on these blades. Enough said. These blades here, look at this. This is over a year. This has been up in the air for a long time. It's not even, look, it even lost its gloss. Perfect. That's blade number 3, so I numbered them as I took them off my turbine that's up there. And you can go back and see when I made that video, that's how old these blades are. Damn good. Chinese blades, man. And they're full airfoil, see? So, what we're coming to is difference in technology. Really good KT blade, KT black and KT Ghost blade. Really good. Now, I want you to look at this. Here's the bolts that come with the KT blade. All right? Total magic. I mean, freaking big. Here's the bolts that come with these other two. Let's see here. Okay? But that's the bolts, see? They come with them. There's their hubs. Okay? Now, and this one over here has its hub. Now, I want to show you something here. We're going to just use this nut for evidence here. I want you to look at that edge. You see that thickness? Now look at that. Okay? That's this is the thinnest one of all. All right, so I mean, you here. Take a look. Kind of imperfect. All right, now what we have here is we have this set comes with a nice set of bolts. This set comes with a bolt and a nut. You can see the nut mark on the blade, see? That's all that comes on there. So, and this set here comes with a, oops, where'd I put it? A identical looking bolt. Looks like it might be a little less of the collar on it than this one has. And a washer and a lock nut. So now to be fair, this one is a locking nut, so it's crimped. Problem is by the time you take them on and off 2 or 3 times, you've probably done ruined your damn threads. Now, this one on the other hand comes with this big bold thing here, a washer. Now the washer goes on the plastic part, and these are made out of a UV resistant plastic. All of them are made out of a UV resistant plastic. That doesn't mean they're UV resistant if they're not properly chemically bonded. However, this one here, as you can see, it's been up. This one ran for about 8 months up in the air until I changed it out for a bigger turbine. And this is some new hardware. The hardware did have a few rust spots on it, not much. And this is the original nut that was on it, I believe. And the washer's a new washer. I think these two were new ones, spares. So you have this big clamping difference. And of course, this one's the same bolt setup as that one there. So what you have is you have the KT blades. They both can come with the 17 millimeter or whatever size hole you want, and all the same. Now this one here, to be fair, I had these blades, these type of blades here on a big Chinese Ulu turbine, and it ran them great because the Ulu needed high RPM, so of course I wanted the higher RPM blades. These are the Hornet blades. So, all right, so now you see all that. Now, all right, so now if you've seen clicks and coming in and out, it's because I'm trying to set things up in here to do this. Now, the thing we got here is we have this turbine. This is China turbine. That's it. There's its specs. All right, 500 watts. Now, how much power does a 54 watt drill create? How good is this generator? Now, in the fairness of my other generator, if you go look at my other videos, now this generator here is going back about right there inside. On the fairness of my other generator, it went back 5/16. This one here goes back 3/4 of an inch. So it is a full 2-inch rotor inside. That's pretty damn good for a Chinese generator. Now, that's no different in size than those alternator look ones. So let me grab one. Okay, so this one here is supposed to be 1600 watts. Once you look at this. Clunk, 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 clunk. Now, this one don't even have but 7 magnets in it. It cost about $125, $130. And its actual stator and magnetic production capabilities is about 2 inches. Rotor size, right there, you can see it, holding the tape, no cheating. Right there is about 3 and, looks like 5/8. Rotor size of this one is on those holes, is on these holes inward. It is about 3 1/2. This is like 220 bucks. 250 if you don't catch it at the right time. This one here, it came out of Missouri, and listen, you can't even hardly turn it without spinning the whole thing. It doesn't turn well. Okay, so enough said. Now, you've been waiting to see this. Now, I've got, let me turn the blower off over here to the heater. I've got, right now, my battery bank voltage, or battery, just an old car battery. My battery voltage is 12.35. And let's go ahead and turn this on. It'll work great. All right, so we're going to take this drill and we're going to put it in here. Look, no cords, it's a cordless drill. And we're going to spin this, and we're going to take a look at the output power. Now I got it on high speed, and this doesn't look, watch, doesn't take much to spin it. The other one, it takes a ton. So there you go. And we're going to spin this now. So this thing is making and you can see that this meter was reading the same as that meter right there. So pretty close to dead on accurate. Let me see if I can get them to where I can match them up a little closer there. You can physically see it again. And that's the one, that's DC. That's a DC meter. These are really badass. Y'all want that? Look down there and where I post below in the video. I'm gonna put that link to this thing. You can do DC or AC. So see, it's hooked to the battery. All right, so now, and look how much the batteries came up. All right, now we're gonna do this again. Same thing. Now let's just go ahead and start spinning so you can see it. Now remember, my battery is getting weaker as we go. So think about this. Now, This drill will run a grand total of 550, I believe, RPMs. 550 RPMs. Now, under a load, it's not hitting 400. With those blades, that is about a 15 to 16 mile per hour wind. Pretty common, 15 to 16 mile per hour wind. Now, let's swap the battery out and repeat the process. I'm sorry, it's a long video, but if you're gonna learn about a wind turbine, you might as well learn the right way. Now, 3 wires coming out, slip ring inside. There's the flange for it, and if I can find them, I'll put a link for you on it. It's just a 1/2 inch or 1.5 inch weld flange. Look it up, 4 bolt. Now, 3 wires, rectifier, 100 amp rectifier. 2 wires coming off, go through meter, goes through to the battery. Boom, there you go. All right, now look at our resting voltage just after running this for a few seconds. It's over 13. Let's see what we had for a watt peak. We had a 10.31 amp and 155 watts peak. Now let's see if we can best that with this new battery. All right, here we go. Back again. Now, if you notice, this little generator is not overheating, because if it was overheating, it would really bog this thing down. And that battery's already charged up, and look what it's still putting out. Look at the voltage. 17.26. So, this little turbine will send voltage a long damn way. Just off a 50-something watt drill, which I don't recommend you charging a drill and then running the drill. You know, no logic there. 10.31 amps, 10.75, 167 watts for a couple of $100. Or you can buy that with one of those other blades for $500. I mean, shit, this is professionally built. It's not some sheet metal rattle trap. There's the flange for it. You weld it onto a piece of 1.5 inch, bolts right up. This is standard, that's metric, but they're close enough to bolt up. So, all right guys, this has been my example of testing out and applying wind turbine technology. Be aware, all the links of stuff, anything I put on here, hubs, parts, utility knife if you want one, I don't give a damn. Blades, okay? Both professional, made in BB gun factory, made in some joint in California. Made in China, you know, what the hell. All right, so there it is. Good little turbine, man. Couple $100. No brainer. And the little blades, you got to ask yourself, if I'm buying a wind turbine, and somebody says that this one here is 300 watt turbine or 400 watt, and then someone says this one here is a 500 watt turbine, which is what goes with this one, okay? And then someone says this is a 1600 watt turbine, okay? Who's lying? Or maybe somebody's got some magic fucking dust. Whatever it means, this little turbine passes the test. Look for the link below. I'll see you guys on the rerun. Look at that thing spin. All right, man, be good. Hey, look, my Idaho cup.